So we're going into Adidas, being the ones that are making the jerseys. And I figured, you know what, I'll take a look and grade teams on their home and away jerseys. This is not including alternates. This is not including heritage. This is not including Winter Classic. It is not including former jerseys, so any throwback vintage doesn't count, which in this case is probably a good thing. Um, so let's go ahead and get to it. 30th place for me is the Canes. The Canes with a very drab uniform for me, anyways. Um, yeah, there's really no other way to put it. Oh, shoot. Okay, so 29th, and I have advocated for the changing of these jerseys. Is Colorado, and let me also make clear. I've had a couple of people asking in comments about what jerseys I think should be changed. There's actually a video about that. So what I did was, on my channel, I've created a new playlist. That playlist is a jersey playlist, and we'll have jersey-related topics, including this video, in there. Colorado's jersey is ahead of Carolina's, but only barely. The home and away. Remember, I'm not including third jerseys here. The third jersey from the Avalanche is the thing of beauty. 28. I have the Islanders. I know they went back. I know why they went back. They went back because the jersey they're wearing right now is the one they wore in the 80s when they won all those Stanley Cups. This is not the same team, and it's boring. There's some boredom I feel when I watch certain jerseys out on the ice. Not necessarily the teams, but the jerseys. 27. This is where people are going to argue with me. But I don't like the logo. I've never been a big fan of the logo. It's too big. It's too garish. And I don't like the yellow. I know I'm probably out on an island with that one, but I'm not a fan of the yellow. I think that the yellow and the white jerseys that they have are so close to being the same that there's almost no point in them having two different jerseys. Just wear the yellow ones. Number 26, I have the newly revamped Florida Panthers. I don't like the new jerseys. I like the old ones better. Not a big fan of the new ones at all. Number 25 is the Ducks. Since they put this as their logo on the front instead of the word Ducks, it's looked better. Having the old Mighty Ducks logo on the sleeve looks nice. I like the chevrons on the sleeve, and the orange on the sleeve looks sharp. It's an improvement. I think next year, I think they'll take that improvement to the next level. 25th is Arizona. Coyotes are better than what they were. I think since they added the black and they did some alterations to the jersey, it looks better than it did. But man, Arizona's never really had a fantastic jersey. They haven't. That's why the only one I have is their classic. And even now, I look at jerseys to buy and I look at theirs and I go, eh. I don't see anything there. Yeah, 24th. All right, 23rd. And this is going to draw some ire as well as Columbus. I'm not a big fan of the Columbus jersey, really. I could do without it. Not a huge fan. I don't know how else to put it. I just don't. It's not. Let me see. Here's what I'll do. So we'll go ahead and put numbers over. And I am doing power rankings today, so don't worry. Nobody's worried and gone, oh my god, he hasn't done power rankings yet. I'll do power rankings today. So for 22, and again, this is home and away. This is not including thirds. I agree the orange third is fantastic for the Oilers. I am one of the very, very few who appreciated the dark blue and copper more than I appreciate the navy and orange. So that's me. I get that that's me. I get that's not everybody else. Number 21. I'm going to go over to the next row. And again, this is not the third jerseys at all. The Washington Capitals have fantastic third jerseys. And if they go back to the old style, if they go back to the old jerseys, you know, the old 70s and early 80s jerseys, they move up a level for me. But for right now, they're there. Number 20. And I've discussed them before. The Senators are up here because I do like the color scheme on their jerseys. I don't mind the logo. They could really ditch this guy because it's not a senator. There's nothing about this. This is senators, really. I know an O is boring, but you could argue that an NY for New York's kind of boring. But because of the history attached to it, you get something out of it. Of course, the other problem with the O for the Senators is it looks like a 0, and fans could definitely tack on to that. So the team name may draw them into a corner right there. Number 19, Kings. Again, they've got fantastic third jerseys. The silver ones are amazing, and I think they'll change over to those. But their home and away is boring. It's just the Raiders colors again. They've basically done the Raiders. Now that the Raiders are trying to move, I guess they'll change again. And we'll find out. Number 18, and again, this is home and away. It is Minnesota. Oh, yeah, I can hear you. I know. I'm just rating jerseys. I don't mind the script, the logo, with the jersey with the script on the front, the green. And I loved their Winter Classic. Their Winter Classic jersey was gorgeous. And when I saw it, I went, oh, that's what they need to do. That's the jersey they need to wear. That's perfect. And it's disappeared since then. Number 17. And it's tough to put them ahead of Minnesota. It is, but I like the blue. There are things to like about it. I'm not a fan of the logo, but the overall jersey design I like. I like the colors, so I don't have a problem with that. Number 16, Calgary. Again, if they were going back to their 80s style jerseys, and there's been a lot of hints that they're going to go back to the 80s style color scheme and striping, they're higher on this list. But as it is, they're not. Now we're into the top half, and this is as high as I could justify putting these guys. Great colors, but there is something missing. A lot of people get mad about the word mark that the Canucks use. I don't have a problem with the word mark. The word mark doesn't bother me. But it's kind of just there. There's nothing really about that jersey that pops. Yeah, number 14. Come on, get off of there. Leave them alone. Bad enough you're beating them in the standings right now. Number 14, I have Tampa. Tampa would be higher if they hadn't ripped off the Red Wings color scheme, or not color scheme, the Red Wings striping style. Basically, it's the Maple Leafs color and the Red Wings style of jersey. So it's kind of hard not to have an issue with that. Number 13, Buffalo. I love the gold. Love the gold. I don't know if I can say it often enough, but I do. I think it's a great color. And their colors are just unique enough. Number 12, cue the tomatoes getting hurled at me, but Toronto gets number 12 for me. Because I know they changed the logo, but they got rid of stripes on it, and I think the jerseys, I don't know, it's okay. It's good. It's still in the top half. Number 11, this is going to probably make some Red Wings fans mad. I couldn't put them below Tampa because Tampa ripped off their design, but I can't put them top 10 because it's never been a design I've been inspired to really buy, other than the Winter Classic from this year, which wouldn't count on this chart. This is home and away. There's something really nice about the white jersey for the Red Wings. The white jersey itself is fantastic. The red one is kind of boring to me, but the white one I really, really like. So I like it enough to put them at number 11. Number 10, the Sharks in their current form. The original Sharks would probably be higher. The Sharks in their current form right now is lower. And when they had the striping that was consistent with the Manitoba Moose a few years ago, I actually like that jersey more than the one they're wearing now. I know they went for a more basic style, more stripped down look, but for me, I like the loud and garish a little more. That's just me. That's just everybody's style is different. Number 9, Rangers. Classic look, clean look, fantastic. Hard to rate them outside of the top 10 because there are the New York Rangers. And yeah, you can't rate the Rangers out of the top 10, can you? Number 8, and I like the jersey that they switched from more than the one they switched to, but I understand why they switched to it because they won the cup wearing their old style logo and their old style jersey. But Pittsburgh, if they end up going back to the yellow for the home or for their instead of the whites for their away games, I wanted to say home games, but that's a whole other argument we don't need to get into. If they went back to the yellow, I don't know if they'd move up or move down, but it would be brave. Number 7, St. Louis Blues. A classic, wonderful jersey. No matter what style it's been, other than the red on the bottom. And I bought that jersey, but it's really ugly. It is really and truly a very ugly jersey. Number 6. Oh, yeah, I did that. I put Montreal at number 6 because it's a fantastic jersey, but for me, it's outside the top 5. And in the top 5, but outside the top 4, is Philly. And if Philly used that black, the black with the red that they used for the Winter Classic or the stadium jersey that they've used in a few other games since then, they used it to beat Pittsburgh the other night. If they use that as their jersey, they might be number 1. That jersey is gorgeous. And I have a black Flyers jersey from the last time they used black. And I like that one. The new one I like better. It is fantastic. It is absolutely amazing. So top 4. Top 4. Who's in the top 4? Well, this is where people are going to say, oh, you're being self-serving. But Dallas may not have a goaltender. Dallas may not have a bright future. But my God, they got a beautiful jersey. When they rebranded a few years ago, I was nervous because I'd finally got used to the university lettering Dallas. And I was not happy about the idea of getting rid of the other Dallas Stars logo. But that's really sharp. And the color that they use and just the overall look of the jersey is fantastic. A lot of people say they rip off Chicago. I can see it, but then so does everybody else. Everybody rips off Chicago then, which if you ask any Blackhawks fan, they'll tell you everybody rips off Chicago because Chicago's the greatest team on earth. Except when they're not, but when they're not, it's somebody else's fault. Number 3, New Jersey Devils. And yes, before anybody says anything, I know, I heard they're changing their jerseys. They're not going to hold number 3 next year because my guess is they're going to mess it up. This is the best logo in hockey. This tells you exactly what you need to know. New Jersey Devils. Perfect. Don't touch it. Oh boy, they're going to change the jersey. It's beautiful. The colors are great. Everything's great with this jersey, and I don't know why they would change it, but I know they're going to, and that's too bad. Number 2, the Chicago Blackhawks. Chicago, everybody loves the Chicago jersey. The native head, the red and black and white, the stripes, everything on that jersey, the C with the crossed tomahawks. This is how you do the native logo and style without being, I don't know, there's that line where you're mocking natives, you're mocking the people that you're doing the jersey about. I don't think Chicago crosses that line. I've never had a problem wearing a Blackhawks jersey locally. I've never had a problem feeling like I'm wearing something offensive, as I might with certain other North American teams. I'm not getting into that. That's a whole other nest of hornets I'm not opening up. Speaking of pissing people off, though, and this list is going to make people angry because I honestly think the best looking jersey in sports for home and away is the Boston Bruins. It is so sharp. They were the first team that used black and gold, other than the Pittsburgh Pirates back in the 1920s. I will give full credit to the Pittsburgh Pirates for starting it, which is probably why when the Boston Bruins sued the Pittsburgh Penguins for going to black and gold and said that's our colors, it's probably what Pittsburgh said. Actually, it's Pittsburgh Pirates colors. We can make you change yours. That's the defense I would have given anyways. But for me, for home and away, best jersey in the league. I'm not a huge fan of the Winter Classic one. I have it. I wore it to the game the other night. But for me, that is a wonderful jersey. Wonderful jersey. And I'm nervous about what's going to happen next year when all of these jerseys get changed. Now, I need to pull the board apart. I need to refocus. And we're going to do some power rankings tonight, boys and girls. There's going to be some changes. But let me know in the comments below why I'm wrong. Let me know your 5 favorite jerseys. Remember, this is just my favorites. This is not a list of these are the best and these are the worst and you're wrong. I would never claim to be an expert in nice looking shirts. Look what I'm wearing. Look at the shit I'm wearing. Look at this. This is just my way of saying, hey, these are my favorites. Let me know your favorites. Let me know why I'm wrong. And if you're looking to find a channel to subscribe to and you happened upon this video, like and subscribe. Join the channel, join the conversation, and again, let me know why I'm wrong. I don't have a problem with being told why I'm wrong, as long as it's in terminology that's not. Yeah, there's certain things that get said that it's YouTube comment section, man. It's a sign of the world is just nose down. I try to avoid it. I try to just stay out of it altogether. But it's a fun thing to talk about, isn't it? So again, let me know why I'm wrong. Flames fans will let me know why I'm wrong. Minnesota Wild fans will have a conniption. Senators fans will probably have a conniption. Leafs fans are going to argue they're number one. Rangers fans will argue they're number one. Red Wings fans will argue they're number one. Montreal fans will argue they were number one before the NHL even existed. Oilers fans will argue Gretzky. Ducks fans will argue that I put it down here because of Kessler. And Carolina fans may tell me that I'm just dead wrong, that they don't have the ugliest jersey in hockey. Remember, this is home and away. That third jersey they have is wonderful. It does not factor into this discussion. Let me know what you factor into this discussion. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll talk to you all again soon.